Dear students, let us discuss the dynamic programming concepts for knapsack problem, and that is 01 knapsack. Dynamic programming is used in optimization problems like the divide and the conquer method. Dynamic programming solves the problems by combining the solutions of the subproblems. Moreover, dynamic programming algorithm solves each subproblem just once and then saves its answer in a table, thereby avoiding the work of recomputing the answer every time. The 01 knapsack items cannot be broken, which means the thief should take the item as a whole or should leave it. This is the reason behind calling it as 01 knapsack. Hence, in the case of 01 knapsack, the value of xi can be either 0 or 1, whereas the other constants remains the same. So, in the 01 knapsack problem using the dynamic programming, and here we are using the Java language to read the values. Initially we need the total capacity of the knapsack bag, then how many items we need to put into the bag. Okay, then for each of the item the corresponding the weight of the items as well as what is the profit we will be getting from that particular item. Okay, so we will be reading all these values. Okay, to read the values we are making use of the scanner object. Okay, the scanner is the class which is present in the java.util package, and using the object of the scanner and the next int method, we are reading the values. Okay, n, the variable n is used to represent the number of items, and here we are creating the weight of the object using the new keyword where to allocate the memory for the variables weight and the profit. Okay, and the size of the weight and the profit is of number of items, and using the for loops we are reading the weight values and the profit values using the scanner dot next int, and also the knapsack capacity, the capacity of the bag. Okay, so here the dynamic programming proceeds with filling the table because the values will be stored in the form of the table, and while filling the values, okay, we will move through this k table, okay, which is represented as a two-dimensional array. So we want the index I and j. I represent the rows and j represent the columns. So the logic proceeds with for accessing each row, and for each row what is the value, okay, corresponding to the each of the column. Okay, by keeping the row constant we will update the columns and we will fill up the entries into the table. Once the all the values in the first one row is finished, we will move on to the next row. Similarly, we move column wise to fill up the values in that particular row. Okay, so like this we will read the values, okay, for all the n items. That is, row represent the number of items and the column represent the capacity. Okay, so the capacity will vary from 0 to the capacity of the knapsack. The rows vary from 0 to n, that is the number of items. Okay, so we will be having n plus 1 rows and capacity plus 1 columns, number of columns. So to fill up this table we have two for loops, okay, which helps in reading or writing the data into the two-dimensional array through the usage of the variables I and j. I value varies from 0 to n, j will vary from 0 to capacity. Now whenever the value of I equal to 0 or j equals to 0, the k of ij will be equal to 0. Okay, otherwise if the j value, okay, which is in this current iteration is lesser than the weight of the current object selected. Okay, so for such index of the I and j value, the entry at the index k of ij will be equal to the previous value. Okay, the profit available with the previous objects at the index k of I minus 1 and the j. Otherwise we will be considering the value, that is the maximum value. Here we will be using the two values, that is k of I minus 1 comma j, that is the profit what I am getting from the previous object for the capacity j, and I will be comparing that value with the profit what I am getting by getting the current object, the profit of the current object, okay, plus the profit what I will be getting by finding the difference between the current j value and the weight associated with the previous object at the index. Okay, that is at the index k of I minus 1, then j minus weight of I minus 1. Okay, that value will be added with the current object profit, and that value will be compared with the previous object profit for the same capacity j. Okay, so like this we will fill up the knapsack capacity, that is the profit, okay, what we will be getting for that particular object with the varying capacity j. So for this we have the calculated values here. We have selected the items 1, 2, 3, 4. The weight of the each object is, for the first object it is 2, next 3, 4 and 5. Similarly the profit of the first is 3, next 4, the third item is 5, the fourth item is 6, and the capacity of the knapsack is 5. That is, here in the dynamic programming we are making use of the recursive formula. Okay, recursive formula to find the profit values. So initially I have that is, we will be filling the values into the two-dimensional array, which is a table. So initially I will, for the first row I is equal to 0, then for the various capacity of the j I will fill up the values. So here for I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, I will get value is equal to 0 because I am depending on this condition. Okay, similarly for the same row, for the next column also I will get to 0. That is, wherever I have value of I is equal to 0 or j is equal to 0, that particular entry will get. Okay, for the index I0 and j is equal to 1, here I am getting 0. Similarly for the same row and the next column also I will get 0. Next I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 3 also I will get 0, because here I have value of I is equal to 0. Okay, so the entry k of ij will take 0. See here also I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 4 also I will get 0 here. See, that means here in the first iteration by keeping the I is equal to 0 row constant and by varying the column values j is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5, okay, we are filling up the values. Okay, j represents the capacity. Okay, the capacity is varying from 0 to the total capacity of the knapsack, that is 5. Okay, now we are finished with the first row. Next I will move on to the second row. Okay, that is for I is equal to 1, then by varying the various values of j 0 to 5 I will fill up the entries. Okay, so here for I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0, the entry will get k of I j is equal to 0 because I have j is equal to 0. Now when I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, okay, Now here j is equal to 1 I have. So the j value is 1, and what is the weight of the current object? 1. So here I have the weight of the current object is 2. Object number is 1, its weight is 2, and the capacity what I have in this iteration, that is j is 1. Okay, so j value is equal to 1 and the weight of the current object is 2. That means I am comparing the j value with the current object weight. So 1 is lesser than 2. Okay, the weight j is equal to 1 is lesser than the weight of the current object 2. So that means the value of the k of ij will be equal to what? It will take the value, that is I will be having the value k of 1 is equal to k of 1, that is equal to 0. That is the previous value. It will not change. Here we are seeing here the index. Since the j value is equal to 1, it is lesser than the current weight of the object. The value at this index k of 1 will be equal to k of 1. K of 1 as it is, I will be copying here. Okay, fine. Okay, similarly next, update the j value for the same row I is equal to 1. Similarly the j value is 2, which is lesser than the current object weight, that is 2. This condition will become false, that is 2 is not lesser than 2. Okay, 2 here in this iteration I have j is equal to 2, then the weight of the current object is 2. 2 is not lesser than 2. So the next recursive formula will be executed, that is I am finding the maximum values. Okay, that means here the maximum value is what? For this current object 1, okay, its profit is 3. Its profit is 3 plus I will be adding the other profit also along with the current object profit. So to get the other profit, okay, I will be finding the index from where I need to access that particular profit. So that particular profit I will be getting by calculating the equation, that is j minus weight of I minus 1. Weight of I minus 1 is nothing but the weight of the current object, and j is nothing but the current j value in which iteration I have. That means what is the current capacity I have chosen. Okay, so I have 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. Okay, this is the index of the j what I am getting now, and the k index will be I minus 1 row I minus 1 and the j value. That means I am accessing the value at the k of 0, 2. Okay, the profit at k of 0, 2 is 0. That profit I am adding with the current object profit, that is 3. I will get 3. So now I will comparing this 3 value with the profit present at the previous objects, that is 0, 2. 0, 2. Maximum of these two value I need to choose. So maximum of 0, 3 plus 0 will be equal to 3. So this entry will get the value 3. Okay. So that means whenever the j value is not lesser than the current object's weight, okay, I will be finding the maximum capacity between the two values. Okay, otherwise if the j value is lesser than the current object's weight value, it will the value at the index k of ij will be equal to the value at the index k of I minus 1 and the j. Okay, if the value of the j is not lesser than the current object weight, then the formula will be to choose to fill up the entries at k of ij will be maximum of k of I minus 1 j, comma, profit of I minus 1 plus k minus I minus 1, okay, of the column value will be j minus the weight of I minus 1. Okay, so like this we will fill up the entries. Okay, so that is for I is equal, that is now in this iteration we are filling up the values with respect to the first object I is equal to 1 for the different capacity j is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So using this recurrence formula we will be filling up the values. Next I will move on to the second row. So again by using the recurrence values at that particular entry I will be filling up the values. So like this we will get the, we will keep on moving finding the values for each of the entries. So here as we are seeing here. Okay, so for example here at this entry for I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 5. Okay, I need to select the values of maximum of k of 1 5 comma profit of 1, that is the profit of the current object, plus profit present at the index k of 1 2, that is the maximum of 3 comma 4 plus 3, that is 3 comma 7, which is equal to 7. Okay, so the meaning of this is the why we are finding the maximum value here means, okay, whenever the condition j is not lesser than the weight of the current object, okay, I will be comparing the profit what I am getting with the previous object for the same capacity j, okay, and the profit what I am getting for the same current object what I have selected, and adding that profit with the profit what I will be getting by selecting the other previous objects for the same capacity j. Okay, so the maximum of that I will be filling up the profit. If I am able to fill up the other objects weight also in this current iteration of the j, I will be taking that profit also along with the profit of the current object. Then those two profits will be added and that will be compared with by that will be compared with the previous object's profit for the same capacity j. Okay, that is the meaning of that, right? So using this recurrence values we will keep on filling up the values. So like this I will proceed. Okay, and the final iterations when I is equal to 4 and j is, for various values of the j is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, like this we are filling up the values. Okay, so this is the sheet which contains for each iterations, okay, how the values will get updated in the table. Okay, so finally I have this table here. Okay, finally I have this table. So this we have filled up the table using the recurrence formula. So in summarize, if I want to summarize the whole process, okay, how the profit will be updated in the table. Okay, so for example here, see, if I want to fill up the values directly into the table with the easy method, so for the I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, okay, all this first column and the first row values will be zeros. Now when I select the first object I is equal to 1, now I will check what is the weight of the current object 1. The weight of the current object 1 is, okay, as we are seeing here, the weight of the current object is current object first is 2. Okay, so and that means here the column values are represented with the j represent what, again the capacity. Okay, so that means for I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2, okay, I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2, I can fill up the values directly 3. Okay, for I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2, I can fill up the profit 3 directly in that particular entry. Okay, then once the j value exceeds the 2, the remaining values of that particular current object the profit what we will be getting remains the same here, because this is the first object and previously we have not selected any other object, so there is no chance of getting change in the profit values. Okay, and the j value 2 for the current object 1 I will get a 3, and below the j value 2, that is for j is equal to 0 and j is equal to 1, okay, it keep remains the 0 as previous whatever I have. The previous 2 rows for I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, okay, will be copied into the I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0, and for I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1, the value at I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 1 will be copied as it is. The previous values, whatever I have in previous row corresponding to the same j value, j is equal to 0 and j is equal to 1, I will be copying into the next in that current iteration values. Since okay, for the first object its weight is given in the, that is values, in the given values is capacity is 2 for the current object 1, and profit I can directly write 3 in that particular index 1 and 2. Similarly, when I select the object 2, okay, for the object 2 its current weight is given as 3. Okay, for the object 2, see here, for the object 2 its current weight, its current weight is 3. Okay, that is in the table I will search for the entry for I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 3. There I will fill up the value 4 directly. Okay, that is here in the final iterations I have for I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 3, directly I am filling up the value profit 4 with respect to the object 2. Now as the j value increases after the j is equal to 3, that is the current capacity of the object 2, that is if I increase the capacity j is equal to 4 and j is equal to 5, when I select the object 2 for the j is equal to 4, okay, it will not change, it will keep remain the same. Okay, because when I add the object 1's profit, object 1's weight is, object 1 weight is I have 2, okay, and the object 2 weight is 3, so total weight I will be getting it as 5. Okay, so I cannot fill up the value of the profit by of the both objects 1 and 2 here. Okay, since its capacity exceeds, so at the index j is equal to 2 and j is I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 4, it remains 4 only. So now when j is equal to 5 for the current object 2, for the current, now here the capacity is 5. Okay, so but the capacity of the object 2 or the capacity or the weight of the object 2 is what? 3. Right, so since here I have j is equal to 5, there is a difference okay in the weight values, that is difference is 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. That means I can still fill up the object which is of the weight 2. Okay, so here when j is equal to 5 and I is equal to 2, if I fill up only the object 2, I will be getting the profit as 4. Okay, but now I will try for other previous object also. The previous object capacity is what? 2. So I can fill up the first object also here to make j is equal to 5. Okay, for the second object its weight is 3, for the first object its weight is 2, so 3 plus 2 gives us 5. That means I can add both the objects. Okay, so by adding both the objects 1 and 2, the total profit is I am getting is it as 4 plus 3, that is 7. So I will compare this profit by adding both the objects 1 and 2 with the profit of the only the current object 2, that is 4. So maximum of 4 and 7 is 7. So I am getting 7 value here. Okay, similarly when I select the third object weight is 4. So I will search in the table for the index for I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 4. The profit of the object 3 is 5. I will be filling 5 here. Okay, and here for the remaining values of j is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3, it will get the previous values whatever it is there. Similarly with the second object also. Okay, with the second object also for j is equal to 0, 1, 2, it will take the previous values whatever it is. Now for the object, third object, its capacity is 4 and its profit is 5. So I will search in the table for I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 4. I will fill up the profit directly 5. And below values of j is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, it will take the previous values, that is 0, 0, 3, 4, what is there in the previous row values. Now when j exceeds the 4 value for the current object 3, okay, I will try to find out what are the other objects I can add here to make j is equal to 5. Okay, now here when j is equal to when the object is 3, its weight is 5. Okay, and its profit is when the object 3 is selected, its weight is 4, its profit is 5. Okay, now I will try to find out other objects, okay, for the j is equal to 5. Which are all the other objects I can fill it up. Okay, that is I can add the objects 1 and 2. I can add the objects, see here, I can add the objects 1 and 2, totally giving the weight 5 and its profit is 7. Okay, and here I cannot add the weight of the current object 3 with the weight of the 1 and 2 because it will exceed the j is equal to 5 value. So I am considering only the objects 1 and 2, totally giving the capacity is equal to 5. Right? So its profit will be how much? By selecting the first object, its profit is 3. By selecting the second object, its profit is 4. So totally I will be getting its profit as 7. Okay. So by selecting the objects 1 and 2, its profit is 7. And if I filling up the only the object 3, its profit is 5. So maximum value of 5 and 7 will be considered. That is 7. So for the third object, for the j is equal to 5, the value 7 will be filled up. Now when I select the fourth object, its weight is given as 5. So I will search in the table for I is equal to 4 and j is equal to 5. Its profit will be 6. Okay, but here how I got 7 here in this entry? So let us see that. That means by adding the object 4, its profit is 6. For the index I is equal to 4 and j is equal to 5. Because j is equal to 5 is the weight of the object 4. Now I will check for the previous other objects which and all I can add so that I can get still maximum profit or not. So now also for the j is equal to 5, I can add the object 1 and 2 to make it as the weight 5, and its capacity that is profit will be 3 plus 4, that is 7. I will be getting. So by considering the object 1 and 2 for the j is equal to 5, I can get the profit 7. But if I consider only the object 4, okay, for the j is equal to 5, I have the profit 6. So I will compare 6 and 7. 7 is maximum, so this entry will get 7 here. Okay, so like this we can fill up the values directly. So below the values j is equal to 5, for the I is equal to 4, it will take the previous values as it is. Okay, 0, 0, 3, 4, 5 are the previous row values, as it is will be copied since j is lesser than 5. Okay, so this is how the table we are filling up using the recursion formula, and also I told how to fill up the values directly. Okay, now to find out which are all the elements or the items, okay, added into the knapsack, okay, I will back propagate. That is, by doing the backtracking, okay, I can get the solution. That is, this is the final table what we have got. From this we need to find which are all the items we have selected to give the profit 7. So do the backtracking. So here we have the code to find out the values. So I will proceed in the while loop. If that is still the value of I is greater than 0 and j is also greater than 0. Okay, initially I is initialized with the final object, j with the total capacity, knapsack capacity. Okay, while loop will execute if and only if both the values of I and j are greater than 0. Then once for the values of the I and j, I will check the profit present at that particular index k of ij, whether it is not equal to profit present at the previous index for the same capacity. If both are not equal, I will be considering that particular object. Okay, otherwise that particular object I will not be considered. Then decrement the j value, that is the decrement the capacity value, because here for the previous that is for the current j value, what is the profit we have got, I will be getting, and that object also will be getting. So that object will be occupying the knapsack by the capacity j value. So I have to search for the other object with the remaining capacity after subtracting j is equal to j minus weight of I minus j. So only the j value, that is the capacity, is decreased by the current value of the j minus the weight of the object which I have selected. Okay. Then similarly I will decrement the I value. Okay, this is the logic which we have considered. So using this, here we have the tracing. So initially I is 4, j is 5. I will access the profit present at that index. I have 7 which is not equal to 7. So decrement the value of I. Don't decrement the value of the j because 7 is equal to 7. So next get the values. Here also 7 is equal to 7. So decrement only the I value. Now at this index k of 2, 5 and k of 1, 5, I have the profit is 7 and 3. So which is not equal. So here in this case I am decrementing the j value. Okay, that is weight of 2 minus 1. I will be getting it as weight of 1 which is equal to 3. Okay, that is I will be getting j is equal to, I will be getting the next j value as 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Okay, so here the object selected is I is equal to 2. Okay, since here both the values are not equal, that particular index of the I gives us the item which is selected, and also j is decremented and j value is 2 now, I is also incremented, I is 1 now. So again I will get the value, profit is 3 and 0 which is not equal, again decrement the j value. Okay, so here since 3 and 0 is not equal, 3 and 0 are not equal, for the index I is equal to 1, I will be selecting the item 1 also. Okay, so next in the next I will be decrementing I value and j value also. Since 3 and 0 is not equal, j will also get decremented, and I will stop the iteration because the values of I and j are equal to 0. Okay, so here the items selected are I is equal to 2 and I is equal to 1 with a weight 2 and 3. That is for I is equal to 2, weight is 3. For I is equal to 1, the weight is 2, totally giving us capacity j is equal to 5. That, and the profit is 3 plus 4, that is 7. Okay, so by doing the backtracking we can get the solution. Okay, so this is the knapsack 01 knapsack problem using the dynamic programming. Okay, so I will be sharing this sheet with you people. You can go through this. Okay.